The Subtle Art of Not Giving F. F-U-C-K-F. The Subtle Art of Not Giving F, written by Marc Manson, is a self-help guide. A key to begin more robust, happier people is to handle adversity better and stop trying to be positive all the time. This book shakes our traditional and routine thinking. It will shock you when you will learn about many aspects of the life this book teaches us. Well, this book is written by Marc Manson, who is a star blogger with more than 2 million readers, and this book is his first book. This book is self-help guide. A key to begin more robust, happier people is to handle adversity better and stop trying to be positive all the time. I have read many books, but somewhere I have understood that this book shakes our traditional and routine thinking. I was shocked to learn about many aspects of this book, which is true. So, let's start with the chapter 1. The chapter 1 is quite very interesting. That says, do not try. Seriously? We should not try? Let's see why and what is written in the chapter first. Chapter 1. Do not try. Seriously? In this chapter, Marc calls about not trying. Marc says that self-improvement and success often occur together, but that does not mean they are the same. According to Marc, our culture is obsessively focused on unrealistic optimistic expectations like being happier and healthier, be the best, be faster, wiser, more prosperous, famous, admired and productive. But when we stop and think about it, all the positive and self-help stuff fixates on what we lack. For example, we learn about the best way to make money because we already need more. We repeat affirmations like we are beautiful because we feel that we are not beautiful. We follow dating and relationship advices as we already think we are unlovable. We try to visualize exercise about being more successful because we feel we need to be more successful. Marc says a confident man does not need to prove he is satisfied. Likewise, a wealthy woman does not need to convince anybody that she is rich. Either you are or you are not. But if we are always dreaming of something, we are reinforcing the same unconscious reality over and over that we are not that. According to Marc, giving too many Fs harms our mental health. The key to a good life is not giving F about more. It's giving a F about less and only what is accurate, immediate and essential. The feedback loop from hell. Marc says, when we are so worried about doing the right thing all the time, we become concerned about how much we worry. And we feel guilty for every mistake we make and begin to feel guilty about how guilty we are feeling. What a great thought. If you don't understand this book in English, go try out the Hindi version of this book. Audio Drive. We get sad and alone so often that it makes us feel even more painful and independent. Just thinking about it. Marc says this feedback loop from hell has become a borderline epidemic, making many of us early stressed, overly neurotic, and highly self-loathing. And what gets us in the trouble is feeling bad about feeling bad. And what gets us in the trouble is feeling bad about feeling bad. Yes. We feel guilty for feeling guilty, angry about getting angry and anxious about feeling anxious. This is why not giving a F is a key and will save the world. Sounds crazy. Marc, in the chapter, talks about the theory of the backward law given by philosopher Alan Watts. The theory says the desire for a more positive experience is itself a negative experience. And acceptance of a negative experience is actually a positive experience. Sounds crazy. The more you always pursue feeling better, the less satisfied you become, because pursuing something only reinforces that we lack it in the first place. For example, the more we desperately want to be rich, the more poor and unworthy we feel, regardless of how much money we make. Albert here quotes a philosopher, Albert Camus, who said, "You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never leave if you are looking for the meaning of life." Marc says the backward law theory is called backward because not giving F works reverse. He says that pursuing the positive is negative and perceiving the negative generates the positive. Well, it's quite hard to understand, so I would suggest go try out the Hindi version of this book. Let's try to understand in English. For example, the avoidance of suffering is a form of torture. The release of struggle is a struggle. The denial of failure is a failure. And hiding what is shameful is a form of shame. Well, sounds crazy again. Marc explains what is subtle art of not giving F. He says we need to learn, focus and prioritize our thoughts effectively. We need to know how to pick and choose what matters to us and what does not matter based on our values. 1. Not giving F does not mean being different. It means being comfortable with being different. Marc says we need to learn to say F to it. Not to everything in life, but to everything which is unimportant. We must reverse our F's for what truly matters: friends, family, and purpose. Second, to not give F about adversity. We must give F about something more important than adversity. When a person has no problem, the mind automatically finds a way to invent something. Finding something important and meaningful in life is the most productive use of time and energy. 3. Whether we realize it or not, we always choose what to give F about. Marc says, everything seems to matter so much when we are young, but when we get old, we become more selective about F's we are willing to give because we are mature right now. Marc gives the point of writing this book at the end of this chapter. He says this book helps us think a bit more clearly about what we are choosing to find important in life and what we are choosing to find unimportant. This book turns our pain into a tool, our trauma into power, and problem into better problems, which is real progress. Author says happiness is a problem. Let's see that the chapter 2, happiness is a problem.